Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The smallest step in the right direction can turn out to be the best step of your life. With this, I would like to say that all your small achievements in life will lead you to the biggest achievement. Now, in this video, we are going to see the part 2 of the envious neighbor. So, as we saw in the previous video, they were the old good couples who had a very pet dog with them, and with some reason, the dog is being killed by the envious neighbor, that is, the jealous neighbors whom they had. They have killed the dog. So, the master of the dog went near to the grave and he was shedding his tears, and he covered the grave with flowers, and he burned the incense there, and he was praying for the dog. Let us see what happened after that. That night, when the good old man was fast asleep in bed, the dog appeared to him, and after thanking him for his kindness, said, "Cause the pine tree under which I am buried to be cut down and made into a mortar, and use it thinking of it as if it were myself." The old man did as the dog had told him to do, and make a mortar out of the wood of the pine tree. But when he ground his rice in it, each grain of rice turned into some rich treasure. When the wicked old couple saw this, they came to borrow the mortar, but no sooner did they try to use it, all the rice turned into filth. And so, in a fit of rage, they broke the mortar and burnt it. So, here in this, after the man who had come back to his house, he slept that night. He had a dream. So, in his dream, the dog appeared and instructed him to just go to the place where he was buried, and there is a pine tree there. Just cut the pine tree and make a mortar out of it. Okay, mortar is a product which they use to grind the wheat or rice, whatever they have. So for grinding purpose, they use just like a grinder. So the dog is instructing him to use the wood of the pine tree to make a mortar. So this man, the old man, next day he just goes, he cuts the pine tree and make a mortar out of it. After cultivation is all over, he puts the rice in the mortar. As he was grinding the rice, each grain turned into some rich treasure. So everything turned into precious treasure. Treasure means like gold and silver, precious things like diamonds. So all the grains, each grain, that each piece of rice, that turned into a gold. When the wicked old couple, so when the neighbors, the wicked couples, when they got the news of this rice converted to the treasure, they were again jealous now. So now they wanted to make money, so they just went to borrow the mortar from this couple. So after borrowing the mortar, they also started to grind their rice. So as they put the rice inside it, all the rice grains turned into filth. Filth means dirt. And fit of it, they got very angry on this. So again, as they were very angry, they burnt the mortar. But good old man little suspected that his precious mortar had been broken, and Bird wondered why his neighbors did not bring it back to him. So now he was like suspicious, the old man. Now they have not returned the mortar. So again he was very feeling sad. What happened? Again they must have done something wrong with my mortar, he was thinking. One night the dog appeared to him again in a dream. So again the dog is coming in the dream of his master, and told him what had happened, adding that if he would take the ashes of the burnt mortar and sprinkle them on withered trees, the trees would revive and suddenly put out flowers. After saying this, the dream vanished, and the old man, who heard of the first time of the loss of his mortar, ran out weeping to the neighbor's house and begged them at any rate to give him back the ashes of his treasure. So here what happens? Again, the dog is appearing in his dream. So in his dream, again he's telling him that the mortar has been burnt. So just go and get the ashes of the mortar, and if you sprinkle these ashes on the withered trees. So withered trees means the trees which has been dry. Okay, the dry tree. Which has no leaves or flowers. So the dog is asking to sprinkle the ashes of these mortar, ashes of the mortar on the withered trees, so the tree will started blooming. So blooming means again the leaves and the flowers will all come out of the tree. So the man, he was very sad now, with a lot of tears in his eyes. He was crying, and he ran to his neighbor's house, and he was requesting them to give him at least the ashes of his mortar. Having obtained it, he returned home and made a trial of their virtues upon a withered cherry tree, which, upon being touched by the ashes, immediately began to sprout and blossom. When he saw this wonderful effect, he put the ashes into the basket and went about the country, announcing himself as an old man who had the power of bringing dead trees to life again. So here what happens? He took the ashes, he collected the ashes, he went back to his house, and there was a cherry tree in the house. So he just had a trial then. So on the withered cherry tree, he sprinkled the ashes of this mortar. As soon as he sprinkled, the tree started blooming. So a lot of flowers and leaves coming out of the tree. So he was very happy now. So with this wonderful effect, what he did, he just collected everything in a basket and he went out to the country. He went in the village and he made an announcement that he was an old man who had a superpower. Okay, he has some magical powers. So with this power, he can make even a dead tree to come life again. So he is announcing in the country. A certain prince, hearing of this and thinking it mighty strange thing, sent for the old fellow, who showed his power by causing all the witter, plum and cherry trees to shoot out and put forth flowers. So the prince gave him a rich reward of pieces of silk and cloth and other presents, and sent him home rejoicing. So here, as soon as he was announcing in the country, a prince came to know about it and he called him in his palace. So after he goes to the palace, he was asked to convert the cherry and a plum tree to make it alive, withered cherry tree. As soon as he showed his powers, the prince was very, very happy with his looking at his powers, and then he presented him with lot of gifts, like precious things was being given to this old couple. As soon as the neighbors heard of this, they collected all the ashes that remained, and having put them in a basket, the wicked old man went out into the castle town and gave out that he was the old man who had the power of reviving dead trees and causing them to flower. He had not to wait long before he was called into the prince's palace and ordered to exhibit his power. So here what happens, as again the neighbors, as soon as they heard about this, they just collected everything and they went to the near the palace, and they also started telling that they have the power to revive the dead trees and glossing them to power. So again they were being called by the prince men inside the palace and asked him to exhibit his powers. But when he climbed up with a withered tree and began to scatter the ashes, not a bud or flower appeared, but the ashes all flew into the prince's eyes and mouth, blinding and choking him. When the prince's retainers saw this, they seized the old man and beat him almost to death, so that he crawled off home in a very sorry plight. When he and his wife found out what a trap they had fallen into, they scolded themselves. So here what happened, as soon as he was being asked to show his power, he climbed up the cherry tree. So he sprinkled the ashes. As soon as he sprinkled the ashes just flew and went into the eyes or mouth of the prince, and it started choking. Choking means he will unable to breathe. Okay. So here the prince, he was unable to breathe, and he became blind. He was, something goes inside the eyes, what will happen? They will not be able to see. So he closed his eyes and he was very disturbed. So looking at the disturbance of the prince men, the soldiers, they were very angry. So they started beating this old man in a very bad state, almost to death. So he was being beaten so badly that he was not able to walk. He was just crawling back home. Okay, and they just started scolding themselves for whatever they were doing. The good old man and woman, as soon as they heard of their neighbors' distress, sent for them, and after reproving them for their greed and cruelty, gave them a share of their own riches, which by repeated strokes of luck had now increased to a goodly sum. So the wicked old people mended their ways and led good and virtuous life ever after. So here what happened, as soon as the old good couples, when they heard about the neighbor's distress, whatever happened to them, all the story, they felt very sad for them. So even though they were very greedy and cruelty, these people were with very good heart. So even though they have now, by the time now, for all these days, they have become very much rich. So whatever they had, they just shared half of the property to that bad couples, the wicked couples. So as soon as they received the treasure and the riches from the good old couples, they also mended themselves. Mended means just making themselves good. Okay, working on themselves and converting them from a bad person to a good person. So, and after that, they had a very virtuous and a good life. So, with this, we have come to the end of this story. I hope you all understood the story very well. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.